In search of renewable electric power, China has been building megadams. The government claims that these dams will enhance human lives and prevent pollution. China has 19,000 large dams, the most in the world, followed by US in second with only 5,500. Though this process offers an alternative energy source that cannot be depleted, there are many problems associated with megadams. The expansion of megadams increases the chance of earthquakes, blocks and pollution to rivers, and destruction to the environment, as many megadams in China are over 1 mile across. Though there are visible benefits to megadams, they are overpowered by the negative aspects. A Yale University study said, China's dam builders are making a Faustian bargain with nature, selling their country's soul for growth.
China installed these dams with the intention of bettering the country. A major benefit is gathering the water for drinking and industrial use. Because the water cycle constantly varies, reservoirs and dams help to store water for periods when water is limited. The water saved from the wetter seasons can be very useful with irrigating the land. A main draw for the construction of larger dams in general is the hydropower generation. Energy plays a huge role in the socio-economic development of a country. Hydropower is a clean, cheap, and renewable source of energy. Building the megadam itself is very expensive, but the dams last for many years, and once the building is created, it's inexpensive to produce the energy. The Chinese government works very hard to make sure these dams seem ethical and helpful. They take pride in their constructions. At a ceremony to mark the completion of the dam,
Yang Chen,
General Manager China
Yang Zi,
Power said the completion operation of all the generators makes the Three Gorges Dam the world's largest hydropower project and the largest base for clean energy.
Well, the world's largest hydroelectric dam is now fully operational. After 16 years of construction, all 26 power generating units at the Three Gorges project have now been switched on. Chen Lei-jun with that story.
The last power generator in the Three Gorges project, known as number 15 unit, started operation on Wednesday morning. The 700,000 kilowatt generating unit has successfully gone through 72 hours of trial operations. It was designed and assembled by China's own technicians. 8 of the 26 power units were made in China. Tests show they exceed international technical standards.
We can do a test like this. Put several coins on the machine. The coins are very still. Such stable performance is very rare in the country, even in the world.
The construction of the Three Gorges project started in 1993. After scientific planning and implementation, the generating units were completed 1 year ahead of schedule. Right now, the total capacity is 1.8 million kilowatts. As the world's largest hydroelectric dam, the Three Gorges can generate 84 billion kilowatt-hours on average in a year.
With the construction of the Three Gorges project, China's large power generating equipment has risen from 400,000 to 700,000 kilowatts.
With the last power generating unit completed, the Three Gorges project now fully plays a role in flood prevention, power generating, and navigation. Chen Lei-jun, CCTV.
Though there are some benefits to China's megadams, there are even more problems associated with these dams. A big threat that environmentalists are worried about is the threat of earthquakes. Earthquakes are created by the huge mass of water that weighs down on the earth within the reservoirs. These reservoirs are so heavy that the water seeps through the impermeable layer of soil and seeps into the tectonic plates. The tectonic plates are held in place to one another due to friction. Once the water seeps in between these plates, there is no longer friction, which causes the plates to move against one another, which we feel as earthquakes. There has been reported of 19 earthquakes throughout the past 5 decades within China due to these megadams.
If the Three Gorge Dam ever experiences an earthquake, this could cause it to crack and break, which would cause massive floodage and damage to the surrounding cities. These damages could be worth millions and can cause a lot of deaths due to the highly populated and poorly supported buildings within the cities located alongside the dam and further down the river. Another major problem is the blockage of the rivers. The villages around the dam suffer severe droughts due to the lack of flowing water, which affects their crops. Just over 5% of the nation's farmland has been dried due to the lack of water irrigation. Downriver from the dams, the land has become extremely dry. This poses a big problem once the rainy season occurs. Although the dams help with flooding, it also causes major flooding during the rainy seasons. The reservoir releases huge amounts of water to prevent overflow, but this water floods the villages and cities downstream. When this water and rainfall occur, it does not seep into the dry soil. Instead, it travels over the land, causing major floods. Both flooding and droughts can cause big impacts for the surrounding villages and town. Throughout the Three Gorges Dam's construction, it has been cause of flooding in 13 cities, 140 towns, and 1,300 villages downstream.
Fish migration is also disturbed, as they cannot swim in their normal migration patterns. The Yangtze River holds 70% of the nation's 500 freshwater fish species. The dam causes a block in the migration of these fish up and downstream to the areas in which they spawn. This causes a decrease in the births of these fish. Also, the water sitting behind the dam in the reservoir causes an increase in water temperatures to levels unfavorable to some species of these fish and aquatic fauna, which leads to deaths.
After praising the Three Gorges Dam for years, the Chinese regime has admitted the world's biggest hydroelectric dam has caused big problems. The State Council said on Wednesday there's an urgent need to address environmental problems, the well-being of residents that were relocated, and the risk of geological disasters associated with the project. Located in China's Hubei province, the $23 billion project was launched in 1993 and took 17 years to build. Vast stretches of land have been flooded and 1.4 million people had to be relocated. Critics have pointed out the added danger of geological disasters like mudslides and landslides caused by the weight of such a huge body of water on its surroundings. Pollution also flows from the reservoir downstream to the Yangtze River's densely populated area, threatening the quality of drinking water there. The Three Gorges Dam has 26 hydropower generators, with 6 more to be installed next year.